just keep staying with the program. I highly would recommend the one-on-one coaching. I made progress that I didn't think was going to be possible. I'm convinced that I would have gotten the surgery had I not seen your channel. So I had some left hip pain, which was the hip that I tore the labrum on. I had a lot of right knee pain as well. And I thought there was something wrong with my knee, but it just ended up just being tightness in the right hip. Tissue work was super helpful. Getting into a better stretching position, that was a huge game changer for me. I can now sit in the butterfly, relaxed with no pain at all.
Nice.
That's pretty huge. I didn't know if I was going to get there. I literally, my whole life, I could never sit cross-legged. And now I can sit cross-legged, no warm-up. My knees used to be like this. Literally no warm-up. If you would have told me I'd be able to do this a few months ago, I'd be like, nah, really, I would do that. And I would get a lot of hip pain. I would get a lot of knee pain. And now I don't even think about it when I do it. It's amazing. It's really cool. I'm really hopeful that I'm gonna unlock my athletic potential, I guess. I don't know. I just think that having more range of motion in my hips is gonna be super helpful and allow me to do more than I was doing before.
What did you try prior to working with us one-on-one?
Thought I just pulled my hip flexor pretty badly for a few months and tried to do my own thing. And then for 3 months, I was like, okay, this is probably kind of serious. So I saw a PT, went to PT for a few months, got dry needling did help. It was just a Band-Aid. It wasn't actually improving the problem. It was just releasing the tight muscles in there. I didn't think my hip was going to get better from just doing body weight stuff. I really needed weights. I really needed an actual stretching routine where I was using a lacrosse ball, using a foam roller, using the Hipstick, using something that was going to get into my muscle with a manual therapy that I wasn't getting from PT. And then I started working with the one-on-one program and started super light, started squatting, I think 15 pounds maybe. Now I'm squatting 135 pounds. It literally feels better now squatting the 135 than squatting the 15 pounds. I think my body needed that type of stimulus to kind of get back to where I was before.
I'm also curious the difference between how much communication you had with your previous PT versus working with our team.
With my PT, it was only once a week because I didn't really have a schedule or a written program. I would tell her what I was doing and she'd be helpful. And, but I don't think that once a week was enough for me to get better. Best case scenario, it would have taken multiple times longer. And then even then, I don't know if I don't think that I would have gotten the same results. With the one-on-one coaching where I can just send videos of my form and I'll get feedback pretty much that day or the next day. Super helpful. Because if I was doing an exercise and I wasn't doing it correctly for a whole week, it's kind of just wasted a whole week of just doing the wrong thing. If you would have asked me before this, I would have been I don't think a personal experience is really that validated over somebody that has never had the injury, as long as they're a physical therapist, because physical therapists literally went to school for that long to do it. But I feel with the hip labrum, the research on it, and it was a night and day difference talking to my coach with the one-on-one program who's actually had this injury. It was they actually understood what I was going through. I really think that with this type of injury, personal experience is actually huge. What I would really have to say is don't get that surgery. If you can still move and if you can still do some stuff, don't get the surgery. Wait until the longest point possible. Just keep staying with the program. I highly would recommend the one-on-one coaching. I made progress that I didn't think was going to be possible. Just keep doing it. There's a lot of room to make progress. A lot of people just have hip tightness that they don't even realize could be contributing to a lot of pain in their hip rather than all the pain coming from the tear in the labrum. Exhaust all your options. Don't be I need to get surgery right now. Really, after everything that I've seen and read, it really seems if you're going to have an athletic lifestyle, you're probably going to be more prone to re-tear your labrum after the surgery. That's kind of my take on it.
Yeah.
Some good news for me. I should be back doing flips on the trampoline at the end of in 2 more weeks. I'm convinced that I would have gotten the surgery had I not seen your channel.
I appreciate you so much for sharing your story and helping to inspire other people. And we'll talk soon.